In fact, it starts from nothing. First, it was a dream, and the dream has been realized now. The school is up. We have students. What we want to encourage, tunataka kuuliza wazazi, please increase the number of enrollment in this school. We want to see the school with many students. And I want to encourage these students that this school is as good as any other school. What Madam Principal was saying. You are equal to students who are in any other school, big or small, Alliance or Kenya High or Lenana School. You are students just like them. You have teachers who are qualified, and these teachers will give you a lot of, improvement if you listen to them. You must be hungry for knowledge, and you must always know that education is a game changer. When you get a good education, you can be very sure you'll fit anywhere in this world, in any society. You can travel to America, you can go to Middle East, you can go to Russia, you can go to Europe, anywhere. With good education, you'll fit and you'll be able to do what you want. So what we are doing here is to encourage you, and because we have prepared and done the infrastructure, now that you can learn in a good environment. But we are still going to go on until we have completed all the phases that we want to do. We must do the administration block, as the principal said. We must complete that laboratory. We must build more classrooms, which will come. And we want to make sure that this school and the primary, at one time, they may just be functioning as one school, from the primary all the way to high school. And that is sometimes we have seen it, and it can happen. So we encourage, and Madam, those students who did Form 4 last year, they are pioneers of this school. They were the first. It's like a firstborn. They had a lot of burden on them. Then Corona came and almost derailed them. But they have done exemplary well. If we have managed to send a student to university from the beginning of this school, this is the start of. It means we can do better. Form 3s who are there today, you are going to be Form 4, maybe in July or next month. We know you can make it, and you can do better than the last class, the first class. So we wish you to keep working hard and make sure that you can achieve as much as you want. We are ready to support you, and we can support your parents. And if you have difficulties with school fees, our CDF office is ready to support you. Nasikia? Msikuwa na wasiwasi. Ukiwa na shida, ambia baba yako ama mama yako atembea akuje kwa ofisi yetu, atuambie, ama ambia principal ataandika barua lete huko. Then we shall help you. Your work is to learn. Our work is to make sure that you remain in school. What Madam ACC is saying, that parents, please make sure your children wako shuleni. Sawa sawa? Hapana haja mtoto atembee huko nje. Usimtuma aenda afanye biashara kidogo ndio akuje shuleni. Don't send them to go and ride bodaboda ndio akuje shule. Hii ndio atanunua bodaboda yake akiwa hapa, akisoma vizuri. Sawa sawa? So that we make sure that these young people here, na wazee rika yangu, mwache kunyemelea watoto wadogo. Mnatunga watoto mimba, watoto badala ya kuacha watoto wasome. Sawa sawa? Kuna wamama wamekomaa, hawana mabwana huko nje. Hapana mnataka kutafuta watoto wadogo nini? Si ndio? Tuache watoto wasome, miaka yao itafika, watafika hiyo umri ambayo watapata mabwana zao. Lakini sio rika yetu, rika yao. So we must make sure that parents, you take care of your children. Kuna mafisi huku nje. Watoto wasichana wasome. Vijana wetu pia, we want to encourage a boy child. For a few years now, a boy child is lacking behind. We want to pull them up. Wakuje wakuwe stage moja na wasichana wetu. And we want to make sure that learning is as good as anything else. Because sometimes schools can be very boring. But we can make it better. That being in school is better than being out there. And we want to also encourage that when a parent is summoned in school or they're asked to come to school, na mwalimu lazima mkuje mwasikize ni nini pengine wanataka kuambia kuhusu mtoto wako. Sometimes always be interested in what your child is doing. If you want your child to learn well, you must also learn with them. Usome na mtoto wako. Hata kama hujui kusoma, akikuja wewe shika tu vitabu zako angalie. Hata kama umeshika upside down, wewe angalia tu ajue unajua unaangalia. Sawa sawa? Na atajua hatafanya mchezo. So we must always be ready to help the teachers to improve the education. And as we said earlier, education is the only thing that will make you equal to each other. Mtoto wa maskini, mtoto wa tajiri, mtoto wa nani, ukishapata education, you are just the same. You will apply the same jobs. Na bidii yako ndio itakuchenga. So we must always know, when you are here, don't worry about how many marks you got in primary. You saw a boy who got 295 marks in primary. But in Form 4, he has got a plain A. So which means it can be done. And I was just telling Madam here that the boy who was #1 in Kenya, that is one of the boys I've sponsored when he started high school. The two boys, the twins who are in Kapsabet, and they were among the top 20 students. One was #12, another one I think was #14. They were in Akakan Primary here. I paid for them school fees when they went to Kapsabet boys. So I'm seeing that they are not disappointing. So even you, when we sponsor you, make sure you give us good marks, okay? So, where you have a problem, you let us know early enough that we can address that problem. But I think since you started, we were using the same facilities with the primary. Now you have your own facilities. You can learn comfortably. You are now confident when you say you are from North Highridge Secondary School, somebody can come and see North Highridge Secondary School. Hawezi kuja hapa aone primary, ataona primary iko upande huu, ataona secondary iko upande huu. And that's the thing. When your principal came here from Kenya High, I think she reached here, she almost collapsed because she saw a school that was almost nothing compared to Kenya High. She came to my office and I told her, Madam, we shall help you, we shall support you to remain there. And I think she took my advice and she remained, and now she's even happy being here. And I'm sure she's going to help you to grow, and she's going to help you to develop and become a better person. Because sometimes it's not just education. We want to develop a person holistically, that you come out of here a better person than you came in. And that is what we want to do. So these 2 classrooms and the laboratory will go a long way to help you learn in an enabling environment, na msome vizuri, na muendelee kuwa watu wazuri. Lastly, I just want to encourage those, wale vijana nimeona hapa wanaigiza, wale walisoma poem, wale waliimba. Niliambia kuna group moja ilikuwa ya CU, ingine ilikuwa STA. Yule msichana wangu yule anaimbanga mashairi. Wale watoto waine walitoka primary. You are all heroes and heroines. Because Sometimes, let me tell you, when you come forward like that, you gain confidence, and in future, when you step out in on a world stage, you'll be confident to speak to many people without having any fear. So learn to do certain things like that, music, drama, and all that. It will give you confidence to speak before people. Speaking before people is not an easy thing. But when you are brave enough to come out and do something like that, you'll be very sure that at the end of the day, you'll become a great speaker. And you'll become a great leader. And in you, I see greatness. I was told in the secondary schools we started, the 4 secondary schools we started in Westlands, you are number 1 because you are sending a student to university. The others have not managed. So you are number 1, and I want you to maintain number 1. Sindio? Form 3 mupo. Mnakubali? Sawa sawa. Mimi najua mnaweza. Kwa hivyo tufanye bidii, na hiyo bidii yetu ndiyo itatuchenga. I've started so many projects in Westlands, and I know that by the time I leave, when I came first time, I said I must make a difference. And making a difference is something that you do. I'll not go around explaining myself. Let my work explain or speak for me. And that's what we are doing. Together with my CDF team and my office, we are ready to serve the people of Westlands without fear or favor. And we must continue doing it. And I've told my CDF committee that the money that we have is enough to do the work that we want to do. So we must direct that money, and we must make sure that we get value out of the money that we're investing. We don't pay anybody to give us shoddy work, and any contractor who gives us shoddy work, we shall never allow him to come to work for us again. So we make sure we get quality out of what we are doing. And that's why we are making sure that we get value out of the money that we are investing. And we shall continue doing it, and we shall make sure all these schools that we have started, they'll become centers of excellence in Westlands. Our first school that we started with CDF is Highridge Girls. Highridge Girls now has almost 1,000 students. So this one, in a few years to come, it will also have as many students as Highridge Girls. So I wish you all the best. Msome kwa bidii na muendelee kuwa wanafunzi wazuri. Make sure you ask your teachers as many questions when you have not understood. Mwasumbue kabisa, si ndio? Fuata yeye hata kama ni nini, siku hizi hata kuna simu naweza pika simu. Sawa sawa? And I also want to thank your MC, the MC of today. He did a very exemplary job. Wanasema he's a senior teacher, but he looks like he's the junior to others because of his stature. He's a small stature. I know watu kama hawa wasekangi. Atakaanga tu hivyo, watu wanakuja, hata ji mtakuja mpite yeye ako tu hapo. Sawa sawa? Mbarikiwe sana, na mimi nimeshukuru. I'm happy to be here today, and I'm happy to launch the 2 classrooms and the laboratory today. Asanteni, Mungu awabariki. And the girl who did the poem, Jen, just let us know how much is your school fees arrears, and we shall clear it and pay the rest of the school fees until you finish this school. Asanteni, Mungu awabariki.